We applied Bakuchiol products and buried our face into a pillow. So the result is, we'll test and compare everything for you before you buy. Hey Wishtrenders, it's Kasper. A lot of you guys love the video where me and the Wishtrend TV team compare different sunscreens, so I'm back with another video to compare some different products for you. I'm so glad that I'm the host of this new amazing series, and I hope that this will become my next teen beauty bible. As there has been a lot of attention towards vitamin A and retinol recently, there has been a sudden rise of attention towards Bakuchiol, which is an ingredient that is as effective as vitamin A, but is a more gentle alternative. I'll quickly explain what Bakuchiol is for the Wishtrenders who don't really know what it is, so try to keep up. You know the ingredients vitamin A and retinol, right? It's a popular ingredient for acne treatment and wrinkle improvement. Vitamin A is an effective ingredient for the skin, but it can be hard to handle because it can cause irritation. So Bakuchiol is an alternative ingredient that makes up for the downsides of vitamin A. Bakuchiol helps with pores, wrinkles around the eyes, skin elasticity, and skin texture. So in today's Before You Buy, we're going to compare different Bakuchiol cream products. There are 8 Bakuchiol products I'm going to test out, and we chose out of the products that had the most reviews on Amazon, Sephora, Ulta Beauty, and YouTube. We're going to test out the 5 things that you guys are most curious about before buying the Bakuchiol cream. Here are the list of things to test today. We categorize 5 of the most important things you should look for when purchasing a Bakuchiol product. So the first is the percentage of Bakuchiol and vitamin A derivative content. As a result of our research, many of you wanted to know the percentage of Bakuchiol and vitamin A derivatives in the products and wanted us to list them in detail. I think it's because there are a lot of people who want to see the effects of vitamin A when purchasing a Bakuchiol product. However, just because the percentage is higher, it doesn't mean that the product is better, and the combinations with other ingredients is also a very important aspect. Some brands had the percentages shown on the official website, but there were some brands where they were not written in detail, so we contacted the brands and organized them one by one. The Mamonde product has the lowest at 0.01%, while Paula's Choice and Acure have the highest content at 2%. Burt's Bees did not respond to the inquiry, and Olehenriksen said that they couldn't provide me the information. There were 3 Bakuchiol products that also contained vitamin A derivatives, so we compared these as well. 2 of the products contain retinol, while 1 of the products contained retinol. Retinol palmitate, retinol, and retinol are all retinoid ingredients, and the closer an ingredient is to tretinoin, the larger its effects. So note that the closer to tretinoin an ingredient is, it may actually contain less of the ingredient. The Mamonde product contains 0.01% retinol, and Paula's Choice has 0.3% retinol. By Wishtrend contains 0.03 retinol. Next, I'm going to test out what the formula is like for each product. First, dividing them by color. The products can be divided into 3 colors: yellow, white, and purple. The yellow ones are Paula's Choice, By Wishtrend, and Mamonde, and the reason why they're yellow is because they all contain vitamin A derivatives. Now I'm going to review each product, so don't buy it just yet. Before you buy. So the first one is Mamonde Bakuchiol Retinol Cream. I'm gonna try it out. Oh, okay, it has a tip type applicator like this. Okay, this isn't super yellow. It's just kind of like a creamy custard color. And I think that's because this has the lowest concentration, so it has the least amount of content in it. Okay, so the scent isn't strong or anything. It's very subtle, and it almost smells like tea. It smells like tea. Okay, it's super lightweight. You know what this feels like? It feels like those popular sunscreens these days that just feel like water on the skin. It absorbs very lightly, and I feel like if someone with super dry skin were expecting like a thick, like nighttime retinol care from this, then this wouldn't be good enough. Like, yeah, it's almost serum-like. That's really cool. Next one is the By Wishtrend Vitamin Amazing Bakuchiol. I love the naming of this, the amazing thing, like get it, play on words. Yeah, and I mean, like I've been using this so much, so I don't know if this is gonna be a very like good first time review sort of thing. If you see, it's a lot more yellow than the other one. Spread it out so you guys can see. And as for the smell, it doesn't have like a cosmetic scent to it. It doesn't smell like skincare product. Like, I don't know why, but it kind of smells citrusy, almost like kind of like an orange, but like a really, really watered down orange. And again, this one, the smell isn't that strong either. As for the consistency, so I've used this quite a lot. It's really moisturizing and it's a lot thicker than that one. It's a lot thicker than the Mamonde one. It feels like a nice concentrated night cream. What I do with this is whenever I just feel super lazy at night and I can't be bothered to apply a bunch of different products, I just go in with toner, just wipe away my face and apply this. And that's plenty, like for a night routine. And do you guys see how like glowy my skin looks? Okay, so we're gonna go with this one now. This is the Paula's Choice. Ooh, okay. This feels really watery. Do you see how it just drips? It's definitely different from the other two. It's not so much like a cream, almost like a serum. The formula is less concentrated, so it's a little less yellow than the by Wishtrend one. Yeah, it doesn't smell like a Sharpie, like it isn't that strong, but almost like a board marker. So the interesting thing is this has a lighter consistency than the Mamonde one, but it's taking a little more time to absorb. I can feel like it's a little more moisturizing. And with this one, if you guys have sensitive skin, I recommend that you guys do like a patch test or like go little by little. You should do that with all retinol products, but still. Yeah. So it's a little more oilier than the Mamonde one, but it absorbs pretty well and it feels like a serum. It doesn't feel like a cream. The purple ones are Olehenriksen and Herbivore Botanicals. Do you guys know that the flower Psorrhea cordifolia Bakuchiol is from that bobchi plant and the leaves are purple? Even though the flower is purple, I didn't think that the color could affect the products because the products contain Bakuchiol extracts. So I thought maybe they add pigments to the product. So we contacted the brands to ask. Olehenriksen said it was difficult to provide an answer, and Herbivore Botanical said that the reason why the color of the cream is purple is because it contains natural fruit extract as an ingredient, and they also answered that it did not contain any artificial pigments. Next comes the purple ones. Ooh, I like the packaging. I really like this kind of color. Okay, so we'll go with this one first. This is from Herbivore. Ooh, I like the color. Guys, it's so pretty. Do you guys see it? Sorry, aesthetics means a lot to me, and this purple visual is just very cute. The previous ones were all kind of like a pump tube type. This is in a jar, and this one too. Why? Like purple ones go in jars? I don't know. Okay, let's try applying it. This smells like licorice. Do you guys know what licorice is? It kind of has that kind of, it smells like cilantro. It has this like spike to it, but it isn't like a bad smell. It's just, yeah, it's like an interesting, I think like my aunt has something in her cupboard that smells like this. Okay, so the cream is concentrated. I think it feels exactly like how it looks. Like when you see a cream like this, you expect it to feel like something, and it feels exactly like that. It's watery, but it has a nice, you know, like moisturizing feel to it. I feel like though, because I try so many skincare products, when I start applying, I know if it's gonna pill. This one, if you wear under makeup, it's going to make your makeup pill. So I recommend going in thin layers or applying it as a night cream. Olehenriksen, age-fighting facial cream. Ooh, big claims, big claims. Good night glow Bakuchiol. So it specifically says sleeping cream. So this is basically meant for the night. Let's open it up. Oh, okay, this kind of looks like taro bubble tea color. It's like the color is way more concentrated here. It's less visible. Oh, okay, this has a pleasant scent. So for those of you who don't like scented products, you guys might be like, eh, but I like the smell. I don't know why, it has such a nostalgic scent to it. It feels like something my mom would have applied on me when I was a baby, and I don't know why I keep on thinking of these metaphors. I need to stop. But it is a little strong, guys. This is definitely, it's gonna be like one of those things where you apply it on your face and you keep smelling it for like 1 or 2 hours. Like, 무슨 냄새지? Like you'll definitely feel this on your face. I don't know why, but this kind of feels like a medical product. Like 뭔가, it feels like an ointment a little bit. 근데 the way it finishes, like the finish and the feel at the touch of the hands, I feel like it might be a little too oily for oily skin. Yeah. But it feels nice. It really feels nice. Burt's Bees, the Inkey List, and Acure all have a white color because they only contain Bakuchiol. So the white ones, because they do not contain retinol, vitamin A derivatives that make them yellow, it kind of looks and feels like cottage cheese. I'm gonna apply it. Do I want to apply it? This is kind of like, this has a similar spa scent that I was talking about. It feels like I've walked into like a massage parlor. Yeah, it has that smell. Like some of the pointers that I have says it has a very strong fragrance-free scent, but I don't know what a fragrance-free scent is. This just smells like a massage parlor. Okay, my dry skin can absorb anything. So definitely when you blend it into your skin, it doesn't have like a gross texture or anything. It feels fine. It feels like a nice moisturizer. I just want to know why, like the consistency, when you look at it from the tub, like when you first see it, it looks like this. Because it isn't smooth. It's like, it really looks like cheese. Yeah. Okay, next up is the Inkey List. I've heard so many things about this brand, like not just this product in general, but I've been hearing a lot about it, so I'm really curious. Says Bakuchiol naturally helps reduce the signs of aging. This feels like the Paula's Choice one, like the texture. It's again very serum-like. It isn't very cream or thick. It's not creamy or thick. It just kind of slides down. And oh, the consistency kind of feels like the Klairs Airy sunscreen. It feels like that. Yeah, and it kind of looks like it too. Are you a sunscreen? So the texture is super lightweight. It's really similar to the Paula's Choice one. Like the formulation almost seems identical. Yeah, and it feels like, again, the really popular watery kind of hydrating sunscreens that have been popular in K-beauty recently. Yep. I smell paint, and I smell seaweed, and I smell kale, like the salad. And I smell bathroom, like not the bad bathroom, but clean bathrooms, like the kind of the cleaning agent scent to it. Guys, with good ingredients come, you know, like difficult formulations. I heard that sometimes, you know, if you try to use masking fragrances to hide the original scent of the ingredients, it can actually make the product irritating. So these, these products are deciding to be less irritating on the skin and to attack the noses instead. Finally is the Acure Radically Rejuvenating Overnight Bakuchiol Treatment. So this is again an overnight, like a sleeping cream. It says facial cream. You know, it's free of a lot of harmful ingredients. So let's try it. I feel like if this was in this tube, it would feel something like this, just from the first look of it. Yeah, they're very similar. Do you guys see the ancestry of the cheesiness here? This smells like the locker rooms of a massage parlor. Like not the massage parlor, but the lockers where you know, dress, get undressed and like wear the gown and stuff. If you guys have been to a spa, this smells like the locker. I see like a similarity between all the products. Like the base scent is very similar, and I think this is all because of the ingredients. So I don't want to give too much slack to these brands, because I feel like they just chose not to use fragrances to cover this up. Same with the Burt's Bees and this one. When you first look at it, you're kind of like, what's with the consistency? It's kind of like cheesy and like clumpy, but then once you start rubbing it in, it feels fine. This is just like, even though it says night cream, this is meant for the night, it kind of feels like a daily moisturizer to me. Like just like a very regular moisturizer. And I feel like, you know, if you have super, super dry skin, by morning, I don't think this is gonna last that much. It has like a kind of refreshing feeling to it, like at the end. And it moisturizes pretty well, you know? I tested the formulas of all 8 products, and we put each formula on a black plate for a more objective observation, and put them in order from most light to most concentrated. Next is the stickiness test. The primary purpose of Bakuchiol cream is for aging care, so people often use it at night. For those of you with dry skin like me, you might like that supple skincare feeling to last until the next morning, and if you have oily skin, you might want your skincare to absorb quickly into your skin to avoid excess oiliness. So make sure you choose your product according to the consistency you need for your skin. This is how we're going to do the test. We're going to apply about 1 finger joint worth of each Bakuchiol cream on her face and let it absorb for 3 minutes. Then we're going to bury her face into a pillow covered with confetti and see how many pieces stick onto her face. Next is day and night use. A lot of people ask whether Bakuchiol products can be used during the day or only at night. And it actually depends on the product, so we divided them into different categories again. However, even if you only use your Bakuchiol products at night, it is stated on every product that you must apply SPF. There are 3 products that can only be used at night. It is recommended to use by Wishtrend and Paula's Choice only at night because they both contain vitamin A derivatives. And it is also recommended to use Olehenriksen at night because it contains AHA. There are 5 products that can be used both during the day and at night. Burt's Bees, the Inkey List, and Herbivore Botanicals and Acure can all be used during the day as they do not contain vitamin A derivatives. However, it is stated on all 5 of these products that you must use them with SPF. In the case of Mamonde, it was stated on the product that it can be used during the day despite the fact that it contains retinol, so we asked the brand directly, and this was their response. The Mamonde Bakuchiol Retinol cream you inquired about can be used during the day as it is formulated with a golden ratio of the naturally derived retinol alternative Bakuchiol and pure retinol to minimize irritation and provide the effects that are needed. Finally, I'm going to compare the price and capacity of the products. The product that is largest in size is 60 milliliters, while most of the products are 30 to 50 ml. The price of the products range from $11.48 USD to $62, and the average price is at $38.56. Now the tests are complete. Before you buy, here are some of the most relevant test results. If you want to try both Bakuchiol and vitamin A derivatives at the same time, I recommend Mamonde, by Wishtrend, or Paula's Choice. If you want to use it both during the day and night, I recommend Mamonde. If it's your first time using Bakuchiol and vitamin A and you want maximized effects with low irritation, I recommend by Wishtrend. If you have experience with using Bakuchiol and vitamin A products and you're looking for something with a higher concentration, I recommend Paula's Choice. If you want a product that only contains Bakuchiol, I recommend Burt's Bees, Herbivore Botanicals, and the Inkey List, Acure, and Olehenriksen. Please understand that we were unable to categorize the 2 products that we don't know the Bakuchiol content of. If you want a product with 1% Bakuchiol and a light consistency, I recommend the Inkey List. If you want a product with 1% Bakuchiol and a concentrated consistency, I recommend Herbivore Botanicals. And if you want a product with 2% Bakuchiol and a consistency that's somewhere in the middle of light and concentrated, go with Acure. Before you buy. Okay guys, so everyone wants something different and there is no one single product that can satisfy everybody. There are only products that work better or worse for you, and that's why we should choose skincare products according to the current state of your skin and what it needs. We held a lot of different tests this episode, so please understand that the control of the environment may not be perfect and errors may occur as all of the tests were conducted by the Wishtrend TV team. We know that our Wishtrenders need a variety of information in order to make good skincare choices, and I hope that our reviews will be of high quality to help your shopping. If this video was helpful, then please subscribe to our channel. If there are any skincare products or categories where you're having a hard time deciding which one to buy, let us know in the comments and we'll do all the dirty work for you before you buy. Bye, Wishtrenders! So I think my favorites would be these 3. They look pretty and they smell like not bad. These 2 actually smell good. And this doesn't really have like a smell to it. So I like these 3. And I already used this, so it's kind of unfair. Like if I were to take this one out, then I think it'd be these 2.